is going on, everybody? It's your boy Ansel Armstrong back again with another Market Monday. Finally, we got a decent content drop this week in MLB The Show. Honestly, in my opinion, and again, this is someone who's level 100 Prestige and plays this game a lot. It's been a bit content dry for the last week or so, really ever since the All-Timers program. Content's been a little dry. So we got the Jackie map earlier this week, but not a whole lot into that. But that's changing this week. A lot of content coming. Also, as we're recording this, it is the MLB trade deadline. We're going live just after the news of Clevenger has broke. Absolutely insane stuff. At the end of the day, this could have some market impact. We're going to be talking a little bit more about that in our roster update prediction video tomorrow after the trade deadline, as there could be some market impact as people shift teams. That being said, though, if you want to have a place to come chat about the trade deadline, all the moves that are being made, which are good moves, which are bad moves, prospects giving up, we will be live on Twitch tonight. We're live 5 days a week. We're always talking baseball. We're going to be talking a ton about the trade deadline tonight, breaking it down, going into it, playing some MLB The Show, and talking about the trade deadline and everything that went down today. The first new piece of content releasing today is at 3 p.m. Pacific time. Here on Monday, we are getting new World Series rewards. And what that means is specifically for these pennant race guys, we could see a shift. Now, Ryan Klesko and Brett Boone will still be in the next choice pack, but Brett Gardner and Johnny Cueto will be removed from the choice pack and be replaced by the two new pennant race reward players. So you could see a shift in the market. Usually these guys like Cueto and Gardner, these PR guys are going to slowly go up over time. Cueto right now, he's selling for about 12K. As we can take a look at his marketplace, been slowly going down over time. But again, he is about to be removed from packs. I don't know how much he goes up, but I certainly don't envision him going down in price. So if you're able to pick him up at 12K, you know, he turns up into 14, 15, 20K even. You're making a little bit of profit, making a decent return overall, and you're not doing too bad for yourself. These have been pretty safe investments, generally speaking. The only negative aspect of them is that it does take time for them to increase in price. It's not going to be an overnight situation. It'll take some time for them to move on up, but as they do, once they move up, you should be able to get a pretty good return on your investment. And then, of course, we'll be getting new World Series rewards as well. So Vladdy and Eddie Matthews will be out of pack, so expect their price to slowly go up over time as well. Not really much investment purposes there, but if you're just looking to pick up either of these cards, I'd probably be picking them up pretty soon, as I would expect their price to slowly start moving up as time goes on and that they are no longer in packs. Of course, Chris Sale and Ricky will still be around, and then we'll be adding two new World Series awards. We have no hints from SDS. They've been pretty quiet on social media recently, so we have no hints about the 8th inning program. We have no hints about the new World Series awards. We don't know anything about any headliners coming. It's a bit strange. I hope that it's not a situation where they're just kind of kicking it in with 2K and Madden already out, 2K coming out this week. I hope that's not the case. I hope they're not just tossing it in for the rest of the year, because there's definitely some more awesome content that they could still make. And obviously, we have some guaranteed stuff on the way with playoffs and Finest and TA4, but I'm hoping for some other fun, definitely intriguing and engaging stuff outside of that as well. Now, another thing to note is that the Stub sale does end tonight. So personally, especially if I have any of these high live series cards, I'm going to be looking at selling those guys today. As the Stub sale goes away, there's going to be a little bit less Stubs influxed into the market, and you tie that in with the 8th inning program coming up. These prices, we're going to have a pretty firm market dip over the next couple of days. So if you're holding on to any valuable cards that you're not using and you've been looking to sell, I would definitely look to sell in the next couple of days or so, especially before the 8th inning conquest hits. And as we saw the Stub sale going on, these cards are still going to be maintaining more value than they normally would. So I'd be looking to offload most things that I'm not using, or any investments that I had. If you made any investments there in the flash sale last week, I was able to make just a little bit. I wasn't actually home. I was at work all night, so I missed all the flash sale. But if you have any flash sale investments, I would definitely be selling those today and tomorrow. You could probably hold out till Wednesday, but you start to push it a little bit there. So I'd be looking to sell pretty soon. And then, of course, speaking of inning programs, the 8th inning program comes this week. And one thing to note, along with the roster update and the new Tops Now moments. That's all coming on Thursday this week. So not Friday. No content on Friday. It is all releasing Thursday. We do not know what time Thursday at the current moment. We don't know if it'll be a noon Pacific like they usually do with the Friday releases, or the earlier inning program that released on Thursday earlier in the year. They had a live stream and it went live around 5 p.m. Pacific time, give or take just a little bit there. So we're not sure yet. Honestly, based on SCS's social media activity over the last week, unless we start getting some hints for bosses, I think we're just going to be surprised when it drops. And I don't even know if we're going to necessarily know when it's going to drop. I'm personally going to plan on noon Pacific unless they announce a stream for Thursday. All that being said, though, y'all know the drill. I hope so at this point with those conquest maps. New conquest map is out with the 8th inning program. That's going to be coming. We might have a player program as well, but specifically that conquest map. We had the shark map for the 7th inning program. I expect an equally as good, maybe even a little bit better, at least on par, map for the 8th inning program. We're getting to the point of the year where they really start throwing at us some juicy rewards just for playing and for free. So I'm expecting the 8th inning program map to be pretty significant. Expecting a lot of rewards in there, both in terms of completing it, lots of stubs to be made, of course, with all those free packs. But again, on the investment side, we're going to be seeing a similar crash that we saw to the flash sale last Friday. I hope y'all were able to take advantage of that flash sale. If you did, going to be able to sell, reinvest again this upcoming Thursday, sell again. You're looking at huge stub returns. I'm working with 1.1 million. And I think for the first time, I'm actually going to invest during a conquest map. Usually during the inning programs, my goal is completing it, being the absolute first person to complete it, and then sell my boss. I think at this point, 8th inning program, whatever boss we get, I'm just going to be keeping it. We will be streaming it live on Twitch, though. Again, link down in the description below. From start to finish, from 0 to 300 stars, we will be grinding out the 8th inning program. I was the second person in the world to sell Frank Thomas last inning program. Sold for $425K. So I need to go back and pick him up. It's sold for $425K. So we will be grinding that out. And I'm going to be throwing out some investments live based off this conquest map, based off what we know that we're getting. So I can then go through and hopefully start opening the stub count. Now that I've stopped opening packs a little bit, I still open some every once in a while. We're going to start working our sub count up to that 5 million mark, especially at this point in the year. Pretty easy to get. I'd be there tenfold if I wanted addicted to packs, but you know, it'd be like that. Now, looking at the vouchers, talking about his 8th inning voucher where they already have this Walter Johnson and Frank Thomas and Harper both going for about 100K each. So for 300K total, you can pick yourself up the voucher. You're going to get 30K back on that. So you're looking at 270K total for getting this 8th inning voucher. And honestly, it's not an awful value. Again, I don't necessarily think it's worth it though, because one, the 8th inning cards are going to be good. When you complete that inning program, it's going to be someone you want to keep on your team. Personally, I'm predicting a huge pitcher like Kershaw, a big bat like Willie Mays, and then some other sort of infielder, a little bit lower tier, maybe not quite Honus, but someone within that type of realm. I'm expecting a huge inning program for the 8th inning, especially after how big the 7th inning was. So 300K total to get your inning voucher, 270K once you include this 30K back. Honestly, if you were looking to sell and make some stubs at this point in the game, again, I was able to sell my Frank Thomas for 425K. So after tax, you're looking at about 380K. So that would be about 100K stub profit at the current prices for this boss, is if I'm able to sell my next boss, the 8th inning boss, for 425K again. So honestly, this is not awful value with how high the bosses can be. Frank Thomas, Harper, and Walter Johnson are all really good usable cards. If you're looking at adding these guys to your lineup and you're thinking about grinding out the 8th inning program, kind of one of those situations where, you know, it's not a bad idea. You might as well go ahead and throw out the subs, try to grind it out, get some of those back. If you're still working towards the Trout collection, Walter, Frank, and Bryce, you get those, you add them to your Trout collections, help you out there, complete the 8th inning really quick, sell your boss, make the subs back that you spent for these 3 cards, and especially you've gotten them for free. So a lot of value there. Now, again, I do want to, you know, preface this that this voucher is only worth it if you grind the inning program from start to finish and you do it really quickly. We're talking 4 to 5 hours at the most to complete this inning program before the prices really start tanking after that. Now, again, less people probably got this is probably going to be the least grinded inning program of them all. Expensive bosses, Madden's out. 2K comes out at midnight the day that the 8th inning program releases. So probably going to be less people on than usual. Maybe more opportunity to make some subs there. But again, I will be doing the voucher. We'll be grinding it out. But I am just going to be holding on to my boss, adding him to the squad, debuting with him that night, having some fun with it in that sense. Because at this point, don't really need any subs. Pretty much have all the cards we want in the game. Want to start collecting some higher end cards and working towards just obtaining every card in the game available. So that does do it for today's Market Monday. A ton of potential to make subs this week. If you're needing stubs, I'd be bankrolling as many as you can before the Conquest map comes out on Thursday. And then at that point, you're going to be able to come in and cash in a ton of stubs. Let me know down in the comment section below, what do you think about MLB's content over the last couple of weeks before the inning program? Other than we've gotten this SIG 2 event and headliners and the Jackie map, which was really quick, maybe like 15-20 minutes. That's been about it. So let me know down in the comment section below, what are your thoughts on MLB The Show's content over the last couple of weeks, and what are you hoping for content-wise moving forward as we reach into the fall, as the season starts to wind down, and as MLB The Show 20 starts to wind down into the later months. Until next time, though, I'll catch y'all around.